Welcome back to another prediction. This is the pathway to of the bracket for the FIFA World Cup 2026 knockout stage. So I'm gonna just get right into it because you guys will watch Pathway 1 and you're wondering where's Pathway 2. So here it is. Um, we got Morocco, Japan. Two sides that can be exposed. I'd kind of give the edge to Morocco, especially if it goes to PK shootouts. They definitely beat Japan. Um, From some ends, I think Japan can actually upset Morocco if I wouldn't call it an upset actually. It's pretty even. I think if Japan doesn't let it go to PKs, they will knock Morocco out. And I think it's exactly going to be 1-0 as much as this doesn't let you do like the most accurate prediction and say like if it goes to PKs and who wins by how much. Like you can't even predict like the PK score or whatever it is. You can't put your own custom score in. Germany, Norway. I'm backing Norway to beat Germany. I mean, they're just phenomenal side. Even without Holland, they know how to play. Um, Japan, Norway is going to be a hard one to tell. Um, these are two great sides that you would wish to see not come against each other this soon. So they can have deep runs, one in pathway one, one in pathway two. But if they were to come head to head, I'd actually back Norway to beat Japan. Uh, yeah, and I think Morocco's going to flop in this World Cup. Mexico, Ivory Coast is going to be a lot closer than people think. Because Ivory Coast, with Kessie Adingra, some of the players they got so much pace and talent. But I'm backing the hosts to make it to the round of 16. Um, England, DR Congo did really good in Group K based on my predictions. Um, but sadly, the run comes to an end, and I'm gonna go ahead and say England, Mexico. I think the host run comes to an end here. I think England win it 2-1. Um, yeah, so Norway, England here. And Argentina Uruguay is a South American rivalry, which Argentina I think is narrowly going to win. I cannot see a Uruguay upset happening. Turkey Belgium's going to be close, but I think Belgium's going to win it exactly 1-0. Um, and Argentina Belgium is like a flashback to 2014. I think Argentina should win this one 3-2. Let's say 3-2. With Switzerland Egypt, I'm not sure. I've seen these teams prep. Uh, and I think that with I don't I'm not gonna base everything off Egypt and Spain, but a lot of people would come and say, this team has got like who Zombie from Freiburg, Embolo, Ndoye, Xhaka, phenomenal players, but then I think Salah and Marmoush can potentially take this to extra time. If it goes to PKs, I think Switzerland would have the edge. So I think Egypt upsets Switzerland. I'm gonna predict the upset here. I wanted to do a Turkey Belgium, but I think it's gonna be Egypt. Um, yeah, definitely. I mean, Egypt and Belgium both go through from this group, and Portugal Senegal. Definitely hope these two sides don't meet too early. And I'm not gonna say that because Senegal did bad against USA, they're gonna have a bad run. If they had a different side of the bracket, I'm pretty sure they'd reach quarterfinals. They've done it in their history. But if they're gonna meet here, I think it's gonna be tight with like maybe 2-1 to Portugal. How do you allow a different result? Yeah, 2-1 to Portugal. And this is where Egypt's run comes to an end, where they play Argentina. So we got Norway, England, and Argentina, Portugal. I'm gonna back England to end Norway's run. I do think you should just complete their dark horse run and England flops. But I think it's going to be really close. I think it's going to be taken to PK shootouts, and Norway is going to win it, or England's going to win it. And Norway, they're going to have their heads up held high, but their run comes to an end. I think it's the right way to say it. A lot of people say Japan, England, but if Japan hits Norway here, I think their flaws can be exposed a lot. Really, it's very possible for it to happen. Um, I think if it goes to PKs with Emi Martinez, Argentina would win. So Portugal's, I'm backing them to beat Argentina exactly 2-1. Let's say 1-0. Yeah, so some of these teams know they can't go to PKs. They have to win it. And I think England Portugal is going to be 2-2. Very tight. It goes to PKs and England just bottles it and Portugal are into the finals instead. Um, yeah. So the finalists are Portugal and France. And based on my previous video, Croatia made it to Croatia got knocked out by France, which makes sense. And the third place is between Croatia and England. And if you guys recall, Croatia in the last time out had Morocco in their group. Neither side's won. The Morocco side overall was better and they did better in the group. But then Croatia came back from behind, won two PK shootouts. Yeah, they lost to Argentina. They came from behind to beat England. I backed England to win in the group and to win the third place. Not even remotely close. I don't think Croatia's gonna do well. So Croatia finished second in 2018. They finished third in 2022. I think they're gonna finish fourth here. And England's gonna finally get third. France and Portugal are the finalists. It's pretty tough, because you got Joao Neves, Nuno Mendes, Gonçalo Ramos, Vitinha. Um, you also got a lot of players outside of PSG. It's not entirely PSG. But France has, Desire Doué, Olise, Mateta, Mbappe, Colomwani. Uh, I said Doué, yeah, and um, Jules Koundé. Then both from defense, midfield, attack. They got so many good players. It's very tough to predict this, and I think it's going to be just as thrilling as France Argentina. I think I think Portugal's going to win the World Cup. It should be interesting to watch, but I'm going to go ahead and say if there was an option to say 2-2, Portugal win on penalties, I would do it, but let's just go with the 2-1 as long as it allows us to predict the winner. So Portugal first, France second, England third, Croatia fourth. That is it for my final prediction, guys. And just so you guys, if you guys didn't watch the other video, this is how the bracket looks like for pathway one. Do not hate on me for this one. I just uh, predicted that Iran and Algeria create some noise here, and then Croatia ends it to play France. Croatia, Iran, and Algeria. So Croatia beats Spain on penalties. So like a very defensive type of performance, and they beat Spain on penalties. I can actually revise this here and say that Spain ends this whole curse of getting knocked out by teams on PKs in around the 16, because Croatia is kind of declining a bit, and they do obviously beat Iran. I did this because Iran tends to get favorable routes under this coach, so it lasts for a decent while before Spain just puts them in their place. And France beats Spain, so nothing changes really, except when you come to the finals here. Let's see, for Portugal. See, Spain, England for third. I'm gonna say Spain gets third. Yeah, France. So the winner is Portugal, second France, third place Spain, England fourth. That is it, and thank you guys for watching. Comment below what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys.